CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
According to the style, emotional appeal and Rasa Bhava, we can categorize musical compositions into Draksha Rasa, Narikela Rasa and Kadali Rasa. As the name itself signifies, it's quite self-explanatory, I would say, in terms of Draksha meaning grapes here, Narikela meaning coconut and Kadali meaning banana. Now, how do we relate this particular concept to musical compositions? Well, simple, homely, beautiful and straightforward kind of compositions which do not require much effort in terms of listening or even in terms of learning. We see that these kind of compositions come under the category of Draksha Rasa. Draksha, we know, is grapes. So when we want to eat the grapes, we just have to pop it into the mouth. We don't have to put any effort in terms of, cleaning that particular fruit or trying to acquire it out of something. Just you eat it and you're able to get that fruit's flavor into you. So similarly, we see that here probably we could compare the compositions of Sri Tyagaraja to this Draksha Rasa because many of his compositions are very simple structure. For example, if you take the Utsava Sampradaya and Divya Nama like Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Manoharama, Yela Nidaya, Intai Radaya, Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Manoharama. A very simple kind of a tune. You can just sing along, or for listening also you don't have to put any great effort here. Or Marugelara O Raghava, Marugelara. So many of his compositions we can see that we could say that they come at the category of Draksha Rasa. Also probably because of the philosophy that he followed, that music is for everybody, and if you want to attain the path of bhakti, for that music is the best tool. So he wanted everybody to sing along. I suppose for that many of his compositions come under this category of Draksha Rasa. Now coming to Narikela Rasa, which is the depicting the coconut, we see that for the coconut, in order to have that particular coconut, what you have to do is, first we have to remove the fibrous rind, then we have to crack the shell, and then after that you have to scrape it if you want to get the coconut's pulp. So it's quite a laborious process, I would say, in terms of when you want to eat the coconut pulp, you have to go through that whole process. You can't just pop it into in the mouth like you would do the grapes. So here they have tried to compare the compositions, many of the compositions of Dikshadhar actually, to this Narikela Rasa. For example, if you take the Chaturdasa Raga Malika, it requires a lot of understanding, it requires a lot of insight to even be able to understand the design of the composition. You cannot just listen to it once and just sing like that. And even for enjoyment, to understand what is the raga concept or what is the design he has tried to create, the melodic design, for that repeated listening or repeated learning is very, very vital in order to understand it. Or even a composition of his, like if you take So here we have to understand the ragam, its movements and how the notes are connected. So this is not a very easy composition to learn. It requires a lot of effort. So these kind of compositions are what they mean by Narikela Rasa. And generally it's also said that the compositions of Shyama Sastri, they come under the category of Kadali Rasa. Kadali, as I referred to, is the banana where you need to peel the skin in order to eat the fruit. So it requires some amount of effort. That's what they're trying to imply here. But of course, I would say that not all of Shyama Sastri's kritis could probably categorized fully under this kind of Kadali Rasa, in the sense that if you look at his compositions, especially the Bhairavi Swarajati, the Yadugula Kambodi Swarajati, the Todi Swarajati, all that really requires typically some kind of a Narikela Rasa in order to even learn it or to listen to it and to understand what he has tried to really convey in terms of the raga through these compositions. For that matter, even the compositions of Tyagaraja, like if you take Chakkani Raja, Dharini Telesugunti, which have got multiple Sangatis, it is not meant for easy learning or easy listening. You have to really put in a lot of effort to understand the complete structure of the song, how he has designed the Sangatis, how the raga flows, and everything is there. So it's not like that each one, Tyagaraja is Draksha Rasa and Dikshadhar Narikela and Shama Sastri Kadali, though that is how they have just classified for our understanding of the content of the composition of each. We could say that each of them have contributed much towards the evoking this different kind of rasas. So the trinity that way are again lot of, I would say, the most unparalleled genius composers, where they have given us very easy compositions, middle kind of compositions which are fairly easy and sometimes a bit difficult also, and they've also given us very tough and challenging compositions like that of the Narikela Rasa, where you see that you really need to work on it, you really need to understand it, you really need to go deep into it in order to understand the composition, its structure, in terms of the ragam, in terms of the talam, in terms of the lyrics, and so many things are there. Thus we see that the compositions of the Trinity in terms of rasa also offers very interesting study.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.